So first is a complete devotion. It's very important. In this incarnation only, it is so very important because you have got realization. If you did not have realization, all right, murmuring souls, all right, half-baked people, all right, little bit misbehaving, all right. This can be forgiven, that can be forgiven. Everything is forgiven to look at it. Everybody thinks that mother is forgiving us. That's not the point. I am forgiving because of my own nature. But you do not take it for granted. You are harming yourself by accepting that forgiveness. If you all the time think, oh mother, you are so forgiving, please forgive me, you are already forgiven as it is. Once you call me mother, you are forgiven. But what's the advantage? You don't have any advantage of that. You are a loser. At this point, at least rationally, if you understand, then you will understand what is a devotion. So, in devotion of Sahaja Yoga, one has to realize that the things that are in Sahaja Yoga, that you have seen in Sahaja Yoga, are beyond your mind, first thing. Definitely they are beyond human conception. So on human level, you do not discuss them and you do not talk about them. But on the collective level, you can talk. And when you come to the collective level, then you have to understand that relationship with me is more established, better established, if you establish your relationships with others in a very collective and homogeneous way. As I told you, the drop becomes the ocean, and the drop has to become the ocean by dissolving all its dropness with other drops, and all the drops dropping their dropness become the ocean ultimately. So we'll see that devotion is double-edged. One is to each other and one is to your mother. In Sahaja Yoga, whatever I see, you cannot see. This is proved or not to you people? Or you want more proofs? Now it is proved that mother sees much beyond us and whatever she sees happens. So anybody who tries to play tricks with mother is actually playing tricks with himself. Any tricks you try to play with me, or you think that mother is very forgiving, so she will forgive us, is really you are torturing yourself, it is detrimental. Many people are there who will say that it is my left swadhisthana. Some will say I was possessed, there was bhoot. Somebody will blame something else. Whatever you are blaming, actually who is asking you the explanation? It's only you asking yourself. You are not facing yourself. So the devotion to me means actually facing to yourself. You face yourself first of all and see for yourself what are you doing. You are your own enemy. Nobody is your enemy. Your mother is not, definitely. She is not your enemy by any chance. And no bhoots are your enemies in the way, if you do not allow them, they can't be there. No evil person is your enemy because he cannot be effective if you are spiritually equipped. So you are your own enemy is decided. The only way to get rid of that enemy of yours, you have to dedicate. Supposing you say that I have faith in Mother or in God. So you are holding on to something, isn't it? And you are discarding something. But this hold has to be very strong. Rationally, if you are at that time when you are sinking, will you rationalize whether I should hold the hand of this person who is saving is correct or not? No, your grip will be very strong. It will be extremely strong, and you will grip it with full force, with full faith that somehow or other save me. And that kind of a feeling should be within us, that I am a person who is sinking because of myself. And if I am to be saved, I have to be absolutely, completely submerged in Sahaja. Absolutely, I have to become one with it. Then only I can be saved. Because at this level, where you are realized souls of a higher level, now for a next jump, as I was saying to you, is devotion. Anything else has to be secondary under the circumstances. If it is primary and your attention is still on that, then you cannot have this second jump. First jump you have already done, you have got your realization. But from first jump to second jump, you worked hard, you have come to the second jump. In the second jump, you have to face it up. You should not feel disgusted with yourself, not dejected with yourself or nothing, but treat yourself as a separate entity. And dedication is actually turning back to yourself and looking forward towards the divine personality in you. Once there is divine personality in you, there is no problem of devotion. You will just become one with it. You start enjoying it. Perhaps this is the first time I am saying this to you. That you have to dedicate yourself completely to me, not to Sahaja, but to me. Sahaja Yoga is just one of my aspects. Leaving everything, you have to dedicate. Complete dedication. Otherwise, you cannot ascend any further. Without questioning, without arguing. Complete dedication is the only way you can achieve it. People still get caught up, still get into problems. What's the reason? So many people ask me that once we have got realization, how is it, Mother, we go down? The only reason is that dedication is not complete. is complete reverence and complete dedication has been not established. You still do not know that I am divine to that extent as you should. I don't say all of you, but still, if you look into your heart and look into your mind, you will find out that complete devotion that you had for, say, Christ, or for Krishna, or for any one of those who have been, is not there. For this, meditation is the only way, I should say. Of course, rationally you can do many things. You can rationally accept me. Emotionally you may feel closer to me in your heart. But through meditation, surrender. Meditation is nothing but surrendering. Is complete surrendering, which is a difficult task for a modern man in the Western countries. He only surrenders to people who mesmerize, who fully mesmerize them. They become slaves of people who mesmerize. But in their own freedom, their ego is more powerful than their spirit. In their own freedom. That's why all the free countries have gone to dogs. Because ego plays part, not the spirit.
Unless and until you develop that bhakti and Shraddha within you, you cannot rise. You cannot rise above your problems. You cannot rise about your personality. Because bhakti is something you cannot impose on anyone. You cannot force on anybody. You can make somebody mad and say that he can do bhakti. He cannot. You have to have all your qualities absolutely intact. You should be intelligent, you should be understanding, everything should be there. But at that time, the joy of bhakti is within. And this joy of bhakti, when it starts flowing, Goddess herself enters into your being, I should say. Worshipping is not just out of sheer reading or some sort of a chanting or anything, but it's the deep attention of your heart. I think it's spirit. If the spirit is awakened within you, you develop the bhakti and drop out all nonsensical ideas, all different things that have crawled into your head, but you just develop the bhakti. So I would say the goddess gives you bhakti and Shraddha. By what? She gives you through your meditation that you see so many miracles happening in your life. And you are amazed how this has happened. We never expected this to happen. How it has happened, how it has worked out.